Good morning, Bahamas. You are listening to the highlights of today's Tribune news stories, Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, brought to you by your daily Bahamas headlines, produced especially for people on the go and for our visually impaired community. Detainee had to be revived twice. A Haitian man allegedly beaten while in custody at the Carmichael Road Detention Center had to be revived twice by hospital staff, according to his attorney. The lawyer claims the 31-year-old was punched, slapped, and beaten by immigration and detention officers, leaving him with severe pain, dizziness, and difficulty eating and speaking. Family members say he now requires emergency medical care and may need urgent review of X-rays for possible fractures. The attorney is calling for an immediate inquiry into the alleged mistreatment. Other front-page stories. Mother dies in crash before seeing daughter graduate. A 34-year-old mother, Shaquelle Roberts, died in a violent accident just weeks before her elder daughter's high school graduation. Her children, ages 15 and 7, are struggling with the sudden loss. Family members described her as hardworking, loving, and deeply committed to raising her girls. Brooklyn Bridge barge owners face $20,000 reef damage penalty. A barge that ran aground on a reef in North Abaco caused extensive coral damage. Environmental officials say the reef remains largely functional but clearly scarred, and further assessments are underway. The owners face a fine of $20,000. Haitian mother's refuge lost as fire destroys home. Louise Joseph, known on TikTok as Mary Fox, lost everything in a weekend fire. Her home collapsed with all her belongings inside. Community members are appealing for help as she tries to rebuild her life from scratch. Bahamas boating loss is USVI's $100 million gain. Marinas report 40% decline in vessels tracking into the Bahamas compared to previous seasons. Industry leaders say rising costs, new taxes, and charter fees have pushed vessels toward the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is now capturing major revenue from boaters. Bad weather costs Nassau 16,000 cruise visitors. Heavy seas forced cruise lines to cancel visits to Nassau, resulting in a sharp drop in passengers for the day. Local businesses say the disruptions continue to challenge the fall tourism season. Tourism pacing ahead, despite slower November. The Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association says forward bookings remain strong for the winter season. Hotels report that although November was softer than usual, December and January look promising. Government AC repair deal raises questions. Dr. Duane Sands says taxpayers gained no value from a $1.7 million air conditioning repair contract at the Princess Margaret Hospital. He claims the work was overpriced and poorly managed. Zero tolerance for police abuse. The Tribune calls for firm action following multiple reports of detainees being mistreated in custody. The editorial argues that any abuse of state power is a danger to society, and transparency must be prioritized. Letters. Clean voters' roll now. A letter writer urges the government to address weaknesses in voter verification systems and ensure that passport data, citizenship records, and NABIB information properly align before the next election cycle. Couple awarded $131,000 after police acted as debt collectors. A Supreme Court judge ruled that officers unlawfully arrested and detained a couple during a financial dispute. The court condemned the officers' behavior as humiliating and oppressive. Tashtar nursing home operator denies resident attempted suicide. A senior citizen was found bleeding, but staff say he cut himself shaving. Police are conducting further checks to confirm the explanation. BTVI board defends president in union dispute. The Technical Institute's board says the president did not unlawfully withhold benefits from staff. Unions argue educators are being mistreated and qualification assessments are being mishandled. Indecent assault case. Father jailed 4 years. A man received a 4-year sentence for repeatedly assaulting his 12-year-old daughter in 2019. Attempted murder suspect sent for psych evaluation. A man charged in the shooting of a woman in Nassau will undergo psychiatric testing. Nearly $90,000 seized at LPI. Two men were arrested after officers found a large amount of undeclared cash hidden in their luggage. Community and features. International Day for Persons with Disabilities. Alicia Wallace highlights the urgent need for disability-inclusive laws, especially regarding sidewalk ramps, transportation, and accessibility in public buildings. Swiss voters reject mandatory national service for women. A referendum on expanding service requirements failed by a wide margin. This has been your Daily Bahamas Headlines, bringing you today's top stories from the Tribune. Remember to like, share, and follow our Facebook page, WhatsApp, and YouTube channels. Have a safe, informed, and positive day, Bahamas.